Live.
That's why I'm trying to make a better way. Whole new crib in a better place. Get my people out the hood, we'll see better days. Tell a fan sorry, y'all let them wait. Shit up there like a Saturday. Listen to me how I beat the speed up like a battle.
Yo, what up, guys? This is your boy Kofi with my co-host Chuck Full Damage Miller.
What up?
And welcome to another episode of KO Sports Hangout, where we're going to be doing our Week 12 pick'ems, man. And guys, there's also reports about the 49ers. If the 49ers don't make the playoffs this season, the 49ers and Kyle Shanahan might part ways after this season. And what does this mean for the Chicago Bears? Chicago Bears pursue Kyle Shanahan, and if the Bears do hire Kyle Shanahan, what will be the dynamic? What type of dynamic will it be if you have Kyle Shanahan and Caleb Williams? And also, guys, we're also going to be doing our Chicago Bears preview of the Minnesota Vikings. And let's dive into this video. But before we start this video, guys, make sure you like and subscribe, and make sure to hit that notification bell so you can get the latest and greatest in regards to Chicago Bears news and updates. But let's dive into this. So, there are reports today. We're going to start with this report with the 49ers. I read a report today. I think this is from Albert Breer. The 49ers reported this, I think, today. And I think I was reading from the 49ers report that even some fans, too, were clamoring about the 49ers should part ways with Kyle Shanahan, because Kyle Shanahan, he never delivers in the big moments or whatever. Or certain years, Kyle Shanahan, like, they always fall short and not making the playoffs. But I don't know if this is true or not, but I did read reports that if the 49ers does not make any headway based from their loss last week, their loss last week against the Seahawks, and of course their schedule is not going to get any easier, but if they don't make the playoffs at all this season, that the 49ers might, part ways with Kyle Shanahan. And so, Chuck, I just wanted to get your input on this. If the 49ers do part ways with the 49ers, should the Bears go and pursue him? I think I already know your answer already.
Let me see. Should the Bears go and pursue Kyle Shanahan, who lives in the playoffs, who is a regular at the NFC Championship games, and who dons the Super Bowl quite often?
And his dad is from Franklin Park, too. Franklin Park, Illinois.
Okay. Should they pursue him? Should a thirsty man drink water? That's all I got to say. Absolutely, bro. Absolutely. You're talking about one of the absolute best coaches in the game of football today. He's always at the door knocking to get in and just never able to be the bride. He always ends up being the bridesmaid in these situations. But is this a winning coach? Can he bring a winning caliber environment and energy to this franchise? Could he turn this around and make this a stellar place for football players to want to come and play? Could he take the Chicago Bears and make them a perennial playoff powerhouse? Absolutely, he can do all of the above. And the man, I mean, people, you got to know who this guy is. Now, he is a bit of a tyrant, but that's what great coaches are going to be. They're going to be demanding. They're going to be bossy. They're going to be demonstrative. They're going to be strong-willed. They're going to push you. They're going to press you. They're going to make you do things that you don't want to do when you don't feel like doing them. But those are the guys that get you to greatness in the NFL. You're talking about a coach who was just one overtime away, one defensive stop away in the Super Bowl from winning it all last year. So absolutely, if this guy becomes available, this is the no-brainer of the century. What's up, Ron? What's up, Joel? We see y'all out there, brothers.
Yeah, and for sure. And plus, you get him pairing, and look what he's done to Brock Purdy. Brock Purdy, who was Mr. Irrelevant in the 2022 NFL draft. You already see what type of player that he made. He made him a top 5 quarterback in the league with his style of play. he turned a Mr. Irrelevant player to a top 5 QB in the league. And then also, his time with the Atlanta Falcons, with Matt Ryan and making him a Pro Bowl QB caliber player and making him an MVP type of player.
Mm-hmm.
You can only imagine what he's going to do with Caleb Williams. And Caleb Williams, all the QBs that he's worked with, in terms of his raw talent, Caleb Williams tops all of them with all those types of players that he's worked with. You definitely, he's definitely saw from the game against the Packers. And I'm not even going to talk about his fourth quarter play, how clutch Caleb Williams is during the fourth quarter. We can read off his stats, how clutch he is. You already know how clutch he is, but just imagine you pairing him with Kyle Shanahan. I mean, dude would literally be like the best quarterback in the league if you paired him with Kyle Shanahan. Like,
absolutely, and you're talking about a guy who takes mid-tier QBs and turns them into household names, bro. You're talking about the dude that took Jimmy Garoppolo as QB to the Super Bowl and put this team put this franchise in position to possibly win a Super Bowl. You're talking about a guy who didn't things didn't pan out, didn't go well when he had what's his name, Trey Lance, when they drafted Trey Lance. But he immediately went and got the guy who was probably like the 184th pick in the draft. He's the absolute last pick in the draft, the player that's known as Mr. Irrelevant in the draft, and he's made this guy a MVP caliber QB every single year that he's been out here. Got this. I mean, this dude's amazing. If you give him a talent like Caleb Williams with a receiving core like we've already got, and allow him to shore up his offensive line, because rest assured, Bears fans, if he comes here, he's bringing some offensive linemen with him. I guarantee they are coming. But if we can get that guy, absolutely, that would be the dream scenario for the Chicago Bears, to get Kyle Shanahan. You can sell the whole next year's draft and give it away to the San Francisco 49ers to get Kyle Shanahan over here. Do what you must.
Yeah, I did, Joel Jefferson. I heard about it. Yep.
He said you heard of it on the NFL Network. That's right. That's right. What's this Ron talking about? Ron said, I heard the Bears just signed Edmonds' brother from the Steelers.
Yeah, they signed his brother.
Which one of them? It's like 10 of them in the league, isn't it? It's like that.
Yeah. They signed. What's his brother's name? Forgot his brother's name. They signed.
There's a lot of those Edmonds kids out there.
Yeah. I forgot his brother's name. Yeah, but he's a safety. He's kind of bounced around in the league. He played for, I think, the Pittsburgh Steelers. I think he played for, I think, the Chiefs. I know he played for the Steelers. Yeah. But yeah, they just signed him.
Yeah, most of those brothers are pretty well traveled, bro. Most of them are pretty well traveled.
Yeah.
But that's okay. That's good, bro. That's good. We can bring the whole Edmonds family over here, bro. It'll be dynamite. Let's go. The Edmonds family up in here. Yeah, all those guys can play some ball, man. The whole Edmonds family, they can play some ball, bro. So that's a pretty good signing for the Bears. Also, a necessary pickup for us to get a safety, seeing that Jaquan Brisker is on the IR right now, bro, in concussion protocol. So,
and I think what's his name is hurt, Elijah Hicks. He might be. I think he's kind of dinged up too. From that.
And what's his name? Terrell Smith. He's playing well, but we still need some depth at the position. We need more depth at the position.
Yeah.
Good.
But
good move. Good move, Bears. Finally did something right here. Good move.
But yeah, I definitely think you're right, man. If you had the Bears pairing Caleb Williams with Kyle Shanahan, I mean, just imagine what he would do to this offense. I mean, he already runs this West Coast style of offense. I mean, he would know how to utilize our running backs. DeAndre Swift and Roschon Johnson, and plus you have a plethora. DJ Moore could kind of be like that Deebo Samuel type of player, and then you have Cole Kmet. He'll be kind of like that George Kittle type of player. I mean, he would just be like he would be having his way with this type of offense.
I'm totally honest with you though. I don't think these players, I don't think he would necessarily need to reroute these players in terms of how they play. I think he just would take a different approach with this team from what he's taking with the 49ers. 49ers are more of a physical, grind it out, bust you in your chops, in your face type of offense. And they're very physical. They're very domineering. You know, they manhandle you. They run you over. You know, they a bruising style of play. The Bears are big and physical, but we're really not that bruising style of offense. We're downfield threats. You know, we're passing game.
Even though we should be, that's what we've been like. You know,
but I mean, I don't know that we need to be that. To be honest with you, to be successful with a Kyle Shanahan here, you're talking about a dude that is a offensive minded guru, bro. This dude is a genius at designing offenses to make everything work, to be successful against whatever teams that you're going against, whatever defenses you're going against. So you're talking about a guy who's going to bring 1,000,001 wrinkles. You're going to have DeAndre Swift running wild over here. He'll even have Roschon Johnson completely in the mix and activated for action. He'll have Cole Kmet looking like the second coming of Travis Kelce. This guy will turn this team out, bro. And we will have an offensive line, Bears fans, with that guy.
Oh, yes.
But I know we remind people that's the dream scenario, because the downside to trying to get him here is you got the McCaskey family here who wants to control everything. They want to run everything. You know, I was talking to my nephew T.O. earlier, and he was pointing out that the Chicago Bears brass, if you look at it for what it's worth, they never bring coaches in that are animated character type guys that are vocal. Vocal leaders that are boisterous, that are loud, that yell, that scream. They always want to bring these mamby-pamby, bland, kind of soft-spoken fellas in who they think that they can control, bro. And, you know, when you look at it, just go down the list of coaches we've had. You know, you can only name maybe one out of the entire last bunch that we've had who is not that type of coach that you can control and is going to be soft-spoken. That's John Fox. Everybody else, very soft-spoken. Even Lovie Smith is a very soft-spoken guy.
Yeah, he was very soft-spoken.
Yeah. So you know, the Bears probably need a coach that'll be in your face, like the Chin, Bill Cowher. You know what I mean? I would love to bring that guy out of retirement. Give me that guy and we win.
Hell, Thomas Brown even is like, you got somebody like that, Thomas Brown.
Yeah. Well, but you know, Thomas Brown is not the head coach. We need a head coach.
He's not the head coach, though.
Yeah, we need a head coach with that kind of energy. We need a head coach with that.
We need like a Mike Tomlin. Mike Tomlin will be in your face, man, for real.
Oh, yeah, you just need a coach that's going to hold the team accountable, that's going to get in your face and not going to allow you to take plays off or get goofy out there like you've seen Tyreek Stevenson doing this year. Not going to allow that. You need that kind of coach that's going to take charge. That regardless of how many more millions of dollars that you're making over him, he's going to take charge and let you know who's boss.
Man, I'll throw the money at him, bro. I'll throw the money. If we had a head coach like that, I'll throw the money. Like, do whatever.
There's a lot of guys out there like that. Like, say, Cliff Kingsbury. I just found out today that he's quite demonstrative as a head coach, bro. When he was in USC, you know, he was in Arizona. He getting Kyler Gordon. He getting Kyler Murray's face and read him the riot book and give him a piece of his mind. And that's a great thing. That's a great thing, bro. Jewel said that would be a good look for the Bears. You think, Jewel? You think? Finally, a coach who comes in here and knows what the heck he's doing.
Man, he's a Lions fan, too. Joel Jefferson, he's a Lions fan.
I know Jewel is. I know Jewel is. Okay, he said, do y'all think the Bears will be able to hang with my Lions? Come on, man. Can we get past this week, bro? We got the Minnesota Vikings.
I don't even want to think about that.
Trying to do Turkey Day, man. But to answer your question, absolutely we could. Do I want us to? Absolutely not. I would prefer the Bears lose out at this point. Anything to get this guy, Matt Eberflus, off of my sideline at this point. The more we win, the less chances he has of being kicked out of town. And I don't know if you saw it, Cole, earlier, but Rex Ryan was echoing my sentiments on the Get Up show this morning, bro. he was saying a lot of good things happened for he said 2 good things happened for the Bears in that game yesterday, Sunday. He said, 1, Caleb Williams showed up and played great down the stretch. He said, 2, the Bears still lost. He said that is a good thing for the Bears.
Got some breaking news right now. The Bears just re-signed Adrian Colbert back to the practice squad.
Adrian Colbert.
Yeah.
Do tell us, Cove, who, pray tell, is Adrian Colbert?
I'm not too sure if you guys know him, but if you watch that Hard Knocks episode.
Yeah, and I did, but go ahead.
Remember that scene where Ryan Poles was crying because he had to let go of Adrian Colbert to do with the dreads? Remember he didn't have his shoes
riding
on?
the bicycle to practice? Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that guy. They just re-signed him.
Yeah.
And this is what I'm talking about.
Bringing all his sentimental friends, bringing all his bosom buddies.
He doesn't have the cojones, man.
Was this the courtship of Eddie's father?
Yeah.
Let me tell you about my best. This, man. What are we doing in Chicago, bro?
What are we doing?
What?
Like, seriously, what are we doing?
Mm-hmm. But now I'm not gonna lie, that Colbert dude, he was solid during the preseason, during the training camps and what have you. Mm-hmm. You know, he did look good. He had his moments. I really wish we could get that other guy back who tore up his ACL or his ACL.
Oh, that running back.
Yeah, bro.
I got his name. Yeah, that was
nice. I hope the Bears bring him back next
year. The guy who went to medical school too. Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, man. That
guy. Oh, Ian Wheeler.
Oh my God, that's our return.
That dude ran so hard. He ran with authority. Oh my gosh, he was.
And he would definitely be the perfect return specialist that we needed. That would free up Tyler Scott to be used finally on the offense. I don't know why we can't use Tyler Scott. Doesn't make any sense to me, bro. Doesn't make any sense to me. But yeah, but Kyle Shanahan, he's a no-brainer, bro. We can get him here. Will they get out of his way? Will they get out of his way and let him play, man? Pole's probably crying on the phone, calling him up. Yep. Tears of joy, Joel. Mm-hmm. Tears of joy.
Yes! Oh, yes!
We're bringing you back, son. Yeah.
The prodigal son has returned.
Exactly.
You do play Jared Goff good. He throws a bunch of picks against us. Yeah, he did. And if you saw that Texans game, he threw like 5 picks and they still won.
Yeah, well, if you saw our game against him last year, he had Jared Goff was not throwing picks.
He threw like 3 picks against us, I think.
He wasn't throwing any picks to anybody but the Chicago Bears last year. He threw 5 picks in 2 games to the Chicago Bears, bro. 5 picks in 2 games. So, Joel, don't get too excited about Thanksgiving Day, bro. Might not go how you think it.
Yeah, they haven't won since 2016. That's crazy, man. That's been almost 10 years.
Mm-hmm. But it's just 1 game, 1 day. So, it's not killing.
Yeah.
I wish we could say the same over 18 on the road on Sundays.
Against the Packers, yeah.
I take 1 loss a year on the road on Sundays.
Yeah.
On the special.
All right. Okay, so we're going to be talking about so far next topic. We're going to be talking about the Chicago Bears versus Minnesota Vikings this Sunday.
Yes, the Chicago Bears versus the Minnesota Vikings, a game that I usually would be excited about.
Yeah. And yeah, this preview so far, the Vikings are coming off of a win against the Tennessee Titans. And of course, the Bears are coming off of a devastating loss, heartbreaker against those damn Green Bay Packers.
No heartbreaking to me. It was joyful. I'm happy, joy, poetic justice.
Oh, there were a lot of good stuff. Yeah, it was a lot of good stuff up until that field goal kick.
Hey, brother, I love the field goal block. I did. Give me all that. Anything to get Ebalus out of town, bro.
Yeah, I guess.
That's what
hey, a good game for Chuck. A good game for Chuck. Upsetting loss for me.
Chuck loves it.
I know you're smiling, especially the way Caleb Williams was playing and Thomas Brown, and then on top of that, the cherry on top, with that field goal kick.
Oh yeah. A lot of, but to Rex Ryan's point, and Rex Ryan, if you guys saw the Get Up, he echoed a lot of my. I shared that the Chicago Bears don't need to win any more games to fuel any more foolishness in the brains of the McCaskey family of thinking that this guy Matt Eberflus is a good head coach and he needs to stay here in town. But it also showed that with the proper coaching and the proper usage around him, Caleb Williams is not a bust. This kid is the truth. The Bears did not make a mistake drafting Caleb Williams. The Bears did not make a mistake drafting Caleb Williams, and so don't you believe for 1 second that the reason why, according to Emmanuel Acho and James Jones now, that the reason why the Bears are failing is because Caleb Williams is a bust and he's not putting on the super cape. Bears over the Vikings. Book it. That's interesting how you Lions fans pick us whenever we're playing against your division rival who's competing with you for first place in the division.
That's why here I having us over them because they want to get that first place. They want to secure it.
Yeah.
But yeah, man. I mean, we can just go over three keys, but I know you want the Vikings to win. But
lose all my keys.
Just lose. But for me, I think if the Bears want to win this game, I mean, let Caleb loose, let him play his game. I mean, Thomas Brown, he did a really good job of utilizing Caleb Williams, just getting the ball out quick, trying to get the ball out quick, I mean, and then also utilizing his legs when necessary. Just telling him, like, you don't got to stay in the pocket. Caleb Williams doesn't have to stay in the pocket. If you have to use your legs, use your legs.
He doesn't want to run. He stated that even before the Bears drafted him. Running is not his forte. It's not what he wants to do. Now, when he does run, Caleb is very good at it, bro. He's
very good. Yeah.
Bro. Very elusive, great cutback moves, all kinds of stuff that he does there. But it's not his forte. He wants to be known as this massive passer down the field.
And I definitely get it. He doesn't want to run, but with the offensive line that we have, especially that interior,
you don't have a choice.
Exactly. You don't have a choice. I mean, you're going to have to run some RPOs. You're going to have to run some quick slants. You're going to have to run some screens. Do whatever you can to get the ball into the hands of your playmakers, because we already know what the Viking. Now I'm saying Vikings. I'm about to say Vikings. The Vikings.
Thanks, Joel. You messed the man up for the rest of the show.
I was saying Vikings, man. Y'all messing my head up, bro. You say Vikings. That's the stench of Ghost of Judah right there. But
let me say this, Cope. Let me say this. Sure. If there's ever a place that the quick pass game is going to work, it's going to work against the Vikings. Why? They're blitzing at an 80+% clip of the time, bro. And to beat a blitz, you got to do 2 things. You got to run the ball straight into the blitz, straight into the teeth of it, because the blitz creates just one line of defense. And once your running back breaks that line of defense, there's nobody else back there to stop them from running up the field. And you got to get rid of the ball fast. So if the Bears are going to play the quick game, if Caleb's going to throw the quick passes, this is the perfect storm for that type of play calling from Brian Thomas, bro. This is the perfect storm for that, bro. So if you're going to beat them, that's how you're going to beat them.
My second key is if at all pressure Sam Darnold. Sam Darnold, like, he's been playing really well, but of course when you get in his face, I mean, he tends to play very erratically. I mean, in past games, when Sam Darnold is pressured and when you're getting to him, he starts to get rattled, and then he starts making very careless decisions. So, I mean, last week we didn't do a good job of getting to Jordan Love, but of course he did throw that interception. And then he also had that turnover on downs.
Stopped him twice. Stopped him twice in the goal line situation, red zone.
But yeah, you're gonna have to do whatever. You're gonna have disguised blitzes. You're gonna have run some zones.
I don't think you need to disguise anything to confuse Sam Darnold. Sam Darnold's going to be confused anyway because he's Sam Darnold. This is what he does.
I mean, the way he Kevin O'Connell's been playing them, I think you're gonna have to do that, especially with the weapons that they have. I mean, you're gonna have to do that because he's been playing.
Now, listen to what he just said, people. Listen to what Coach just said. Coach just pointed out that the way that was it Kevin O'Connell, head coach of the Minnesota Vikings, is utilizing Sam Darnold. He has got him playing way above his acumen and his IQ level. See how valuable a coach is. A coach just took Sam Darnold, a dude who's good for 4 or 5 wins a year, who you get hot and look great for 4 or 5 games a year, and usually is a bust the rest of the season. He just took this guy, has him 8-2 and leading the Minnesota Vikings on a tear through the league and on a playoff push to possibly have a mighty clash with the Detroit Lions at some point in the playoffs. This is how invaluable a coach is. This is how invaluable a coach is. So just wanted to point that out, Cove.
And
this
speaking
is why
of
we need another coach in time.
And speaking of coaching, this goes to my third key. The coaching got to be aggressive, man. You're gonna have to be aggressive, especially when it comes to 4-down territory, 3rd or 4th down key plays. When it's like 4th and 2, 4th and 1, you're going to have to be aggressive with this Minnesota team because they could score and they could score at will. I mean, teams like this, you are going to have to learn to be aggressive. That's the reason why we lost last week against the Packers, because at that play when it was like 5 or 4 minutes left in the game, when it was 19-14, Matt Eberflus elected to kick that ball, and Caleb Williams says, I wanted to go for it. Caleb Williams at that point already had the Packers defense on their toes at that point. So you're meaning to tell me you do not trust your quarterback enough to get that first down, even though they were 3 for 3 at that point on 4th down? That's one of the reasons why they lost, because that's how the Packers were able to go downfield and get that touchdown. And that was a key determining factor, one of the key determining factors on how they won. And this game, Matt Eberflus is going to have to be aggressive on 3rd and 4th downs, those key downs, and if they want to win, because you already know Minnesota, they're going to do whatever they can to win. And we already know Kevin O'Connell, he's also aggressive. And so if you want to be aggressive, O'Connell, okay, I'm going to be aggressive. I'm going to double down. I'm going to put – you want to have your ace of spades. I got my such and such, my king of diamonds or whatever. Like you got to be aggressive, man. Like you can't play scared, man. And from the looks of it, I mean, I don't know if Matt Eberflus is going to do it, but yeah, man.
And on that point, that's where I'm thrilled at, because that's where we're going to lose the game right there, bro. If your coaching has to make a decision, if your coaching has to be aggressive, that's where the Chicago Bears will come up short. All those other points you made were great points. And before you get to this point, bro, let's go back up a little bit.
This fool right here, Matt Eberflus.
Yeah. Before you get into that, bro, let's go back up here for a little bit. Joel made a point earlier. Keep going, bro. Keep going.
This one?
No. Go above that one. Go above that one, bro. I'm trying to remember here.
Turns into a pumpkin.
Joel, he pointed out. We want right above that, bro. Right above that.
Montez Sweat and pass rush needs to show up.
That's where defensively the Bears need to show up. Montez Sweat he's been way too quiet of late for me. He's been too quiet of late for me. That dude is a difference maker. He is an impact player. He is a game changer coming off of that edge. He needs to show up for the Bears to have a legitimate chance to beat the 8-2 Minnesota Vikings team. That's a great point, Joel. Great point, bro. Glad that you pointed that out, bro. And right above that, we'll get into this one in a little bit, but you were right above that. Ryan, what are we talking about, bro? Playoffs? Do you need my energy?
Playoffs?
Jim Moore to come out? Playoffs?
I'm just trying to win a game.
We can't talk about playoffs. We can't win games. And we can't win games because we can't protect the quarterback, bro. You can't block. You can't win. Point blank, period, bro. So, no. The Bears don't have a chance at the wild card. Plus, if you go look at the wildcard standings right now, this thing is on fire in terms of the NFC. You got 3 teams in the NFC North that are pushing the envelope. They got this way up there on the ladder. Detroit's 9-1. The Minnesota Vikings are 8-2. The Green Bay Packers are 7-3, bro. And at least 2 of them would have to be playoff teams. And then the third, you got to hope and pray to God that the Bears got more wins and less losses than somebody like, say, Arizona, or maybe the San Francisco 49ers, or, one of these other teams that's out here, the Atlanta Falcons or whomever else is out here, bro. It's just too much, bro. It's too much for the Bears.
Atlanta Falcons, they got completely washed by the Denver Broncos, man.
Yeah.
I mean, man.
Mm-hmm.
Did you see Bo Nix, man? 4 touchdowns, 307 yards.
Yeah, Sean Payton's
right there.
He's a great quarterbacks coach. The man knows what he's doing. He's getting the best out of that kid. He's turning him into a left-handed Drew Brees, bro.
And he's playing like, and you saw the way he's playing similarly to how Drew Brees played, up-tempo, very fast, getting the ball out of his hand. Very up-tempo type of play.
That is the difference when you got a coach who can coach, a quarterback's coach who knows how to get the best out of his players, who knows how to play to a player's strengths. Jules said the problem with Brian Flores' philosophy on defense is he is over-aggressive. And he's been getting exposed. Not really, Joel. Blitzing a lot does get you burned occasionally, but more than a 60 to 70% clip, the blitzing it bodes well in your favor, bro. It bodes well in your favor because you're not giving the team time enough to constantly do things. Yeah, you're gonna get burned occasionally, but look how many points this team is giving up, bro. Look how many points that defense is giving up. They're one of the top defenses in the NFL, bro. It can't be that bad, bro. It can't be that bad. It's working. It's definitely working, bro. Let me see. Now, what was Matt F. Flush saying? All summer, you guys didn't bring up coaching at all. What shows were you watching, sir? It was Caleb this or that. Number
it's
one.
Probably Matt Eberflus right now.
Number one defensive talk. Now is coaching. I'm in awe. Don't be in awe. Look what you're good at, bro. You tell me, Matt F. Flush, what it is. You tell me what it is, bro. If it's not coaching, then what is it? If it's not decision,
tell me what it is.
Then what is it? You're not gonna sit here and tell me that Ryan Poles went out here. He spent all this money. He's got all these big name players who have been who are well accomplished in other places. And they all of a sudden come to Chicago and everybody forget how to play football. Caleb Williams, 93 touchdowns in his collegiate career with only 14 interceptions. He gets to Chicago and he forgets how to play the position of quarterback. Nah, bro. That's a direct indictment on the coaching, bro. They can't help him do anything, bro.
The part I hate about it is that I watch a lot of these networks, like you said, Emmanuel Acho and Shady McCoy. Like they're backtracking on their statements, and now they're saying, "Oh, he's a bust now." And then I'm hearing all these other some of these content creators saying, "Oh, he's a bust now. He's making the coaching staff look like having all these coaching."
They were praising and worshiping the ground that Caleb Williams walked on a year ago. They were calling this kid. They were saying this.
Hell, even Nick Wright is backtracking.
they were saying this kid was going to come in here and he was going to lead the Chicago Bears to a Super Bowl championship in his rookie year. Now he's a bust. No, you idiots just don't know what y'all talking about. That's what it's really showing. That's what the hell is really showing. People were laughing at me this morning, Cove, when I was telling them that we should keep Justin Fields and trade the number 1 pick once and again for another haul of every other thing that we needed on the team. They're laughing at me this morning. Caleb Williams, you don't get Caleb Williams, you're going to get fired. Well, guess what? You're getting Caleb Williams, and you about to get fired anyway, Ryan Poles. If you don't get rid of this bum.
That's another positive on our side, getting rid of Matt Eberflus to cancer, because like people were like, us getting rid of Luke Getsy, yeah, it was good. It was only a symptom of the problem, and us getting rid of Shane Waldron was a symptom, but that was not the main problem. The cancer and the problem was Matt Eberflus. I mean, look at his record, man. Look at his record against.
Let me say it, Coach. Let me say it. Matt F. Flush, your boy is 0-18 on the road on Sundays in 3 years. 0 for 18 on the road on Sundays. You know what that means, Mr. F. Flush? That means he's never won a road game on a
And 5 and 17 in one-score games. 5 and 17
That's
one-score games.
atrocious.
That's the worst.
You're not going to hold that coach accountable. Then you need to leave town with him, bro. Go wherever they send him, bro.
Dude, he's worse. He's worse than what's his name? The Carolina's head coach in one-score games. That's how bad he is. Canales. He's worse than him in one-score games. He's the worst head coach.
Come on, bro. This is not rocket science. You're not going to tell me that every year the players are just failing the franchise. That's not what's happening every year here in Chicago. The players are not not the downfall of this franchise every single year. Who do you put it on, Mr. F. Flush? Let's see you talk on that. Since we don't know what the hell we talking about, Albert.
Joel says use the Rams form on the Vikings, beat them vertically.
No,
what do you think?
You gotta have offensive line to make that work, bro.
No, we don't have the Rams offensive line. That's the thing.
We don't have an offensive line that's strong enough to hold up long enough for Caleb Williams to throw the ball down the field. Does he have a cannon of an arm? Absolutely. Can he throw down the field? Yes. Is he fearful to throw down the field? No. Does he want to throw down the field? Absolutely, he does.
Absolutely.
Does he have the time to throw down the field? That's where the end of this goes.
That's the problem. He doesn't have the time. Let's look at one more comment before we go to these pick'ems. Caleb was good against the blitz against the Packers. And then
when
Joe
the
says
blitz, I guess. But another thing, Joel, the reason that Caleb was good against the Packers, whether they were blitzing or whatever they were doing, is because he finally got his two bookends back, and Braxton Jones and Darnell Wright. They came back at the same time, and so they were able to buy him some time. They're average at best, but they were able to buy him some time, which is more than I can say for the rest of those bums that's been on the field.
Larry Borum.
Offensive line.
Yeah. Okay. So let's go to these Week 12 pick'ems. So far, we can go to these Week 12 pick'ems. I'm going to enlarge it.
Yes, sir.
Can you see it?
Can you bring it up just a little bit more? Enlarge it just a little bit more.
Can you see it now?
That's perfect. Yeah.
Okay, so the first game, we have Thursday night matchup. We got the Pittsburgh Steelers going to Cleveland. They're to face the Cleveland Browns. This is Thursday night matchup. I think Cleveland, they're coming off of a loss last week.
Bad loss.
A really bad loss against the Saints, 35-14. And, of course, the Pittsburgh Steelers are coming off an upset win against the Baltimore Ravens. I have
if you want to call that an upset, I don't know about
I don't really think it's really an upset to be honest. Because they're pretty good against the Baltimore Ravens. I think only Mike Tomlin lost to them once or twice in his career.
Mm-hmm.
Well, against Lamar Jackson particularly. But
Hello. Are we there, Kof? Looks like we're frozen in time, people. We're frozen in time here. I don't know if you guys can hear me or hear Kof, but he was just about to make his pick. We got some technical difficulties going on here. Just give us a sec, and he'll be back. He's about to make his pick on Cleveland, the Pittsburgh Steelers going against the Cleveland Browns there. I kind of want to let him make his pick first before I speak on this. I kind of want to let him make his pick first before I speak on this. So we'll just give him a moment here to get back in. I will say this, that the Cleveland Browns can be an upset special waiting to happen from what I'm seeing of the Cleveland Browns. Kevin Stefanski, I'm just hard-pressed to believe that all of a sudden this guy's forgotten how to coach. You're talking about, I think he's like a 2-time coach of the year over there with the Cleveland Browns. And they've had their woes with Deshaun Watson over there. But I do think this is the division rivalry. I believe they're going to get up for Pittsburgh. And if Jameis Winston does not make the dumb interception, the costly turnover at the wrong time down the stretch, I can see Cleveland standing this game and getting the ball back rolling in their favor and making things happen here. So yeah, if I'm picking that game, I'm gonna give Cleveland a slight upset edge. I'm gonna call that the dog of the week for UTO. Dog of the week. Give me the Cleveland Browns a victory in that 21-18. I think they can pull that game off. I think Pittsburgh has been skating by the skin of their teeth. By the skin of their teeth. KO got that Eberflus. Would you say Optimus? KO got that Eberflus on tight situation Wi-Fi. Yeah, bro. It's looking like it, bro. It's looking like it. Not sure what happened there. Might have ran out of power on his computer or something is what I'm thinking. Yeah, but let me see if I won't be able to pull it up to show you guys. But let me see if I can at least pull it up so at least we can continue to talk about it. Let me see NFL schedule here. Here we go for this week. Let me see. Here we go. See what we can come up here with. Okay. So our first game was the Cleveland Browns versus the Pittsburgh Steelers. I got the Cleveland Browns winning that game 21-18. Oh, that's the Thursday night game, actually. Thursday night game, 21-18. I think they're going to upset the Steelers in that game. Next game is the Tennessee Titans versus the Houston Texans. I don't see the spreads where I'm looking at these games at. So unfortunately, I can't give you what the spreads are here. But Tennessee Titans are their team in disarray. They're all over the map right now. They're confused at the quarterback position. They don't know if it's Will Levis or if it's Mason Rudolph or if they got to go get another guy. I'm pretty sure they know they got to go get another guy at this point. But I think that, they're a stout defense, a very good defense, but not a very good offense. And that's going to cost them against a team like the Houston Texans. The Houston Texans got it going in the ground game. Joe Mixon, get your fixins with Joe Mixon. This guy is on fire right now on the ground. And I think they're going to be hard-pressed to stop him in the ground game. Even though I think their defense is formidable in Tennessee, I just got the Houston Texans running away with this one. I'm giving them a 34-10 victory. Very similar to what they had against the Cowboys, 34-10. Okay. Next game, speaking of the Cowboys, is a NFC East rivalry game. It's the Cowboys going on the road to the Washington Commanders. Can't see the numbers, but I'm pretty sure that the Washington Commanders are going to be favored in this game. The Cowboys a mesh hall or trauma unit with a slew of injuries everywhere. I think that the Washington Commanders, although they tapered off a little bit with yeah, you back, Kof?
My internet went out.
Yeah. We kind of figured.
My bad, yo. Wait, so what game were we on?
I kept it moving, Kof. I'm on the Cowboys and the Commanders right now.
Okay, Cowboys and Commanders.
Yeah, I did the Steelers and the Browns. I gave the Browns an upset special, 21-18. Okay. That's a division rivalry, and I think they're going to play hard in there. And then I did the Titans and the Houston Texans. Blowout victory, mirroring the score that they had last week. The Houston Texans 34, Cowboys 10. And now I'm on the Commanders. Now, if you want to play catch up, you can, bro. Go on and put it back on the screen, and go on and play catch up, bro.
Okay, so Pittsburgh and Cleveland. I got Pittsburgh winning by 10 points. I don't think that's going to be close.
You don't think Minnesota and those guys going to have something to say about it over there, bro? I'm not going to lie to you, man. Pittsburgh Steelers, they've been winning, but they've been skating by, bro. By the hair of
that's going to be a close game. I think they're going to win by 5 points.
And it's a division rivalry, bro. It's a division rivalry.
You're right. Chicago versus Minnesota. I'm going to have Chicago upsetting the Minnesota Vikings by 3 points. I think this is going to be close, and I think the way Thomas Brown, the way he's been playing, I think this is
Boo,
going to be an upset. It's going to be an upset.
boo,
Go
boo,
ahead. I know. You want them to
boo,
lose.
boo.
I think it's gonna be an upset win against Minnesota. I like the way that Thomas Brown has been playing. Caleb Williams is definitely gonna get Caleb Williams back on track. But yeah, I think this is gonna be a close game. Indianapolis versus Detroit. Detroit's gonna annihilate the Indianapolis Colts by 10
Put it on the
points.
screen, Cole. Put it on the screen if you got it up, bro.
Oh, I'm sorry. Sorry, my bad.
Yeah. Put it on the screen. Let us take a peek with you. Cause you're kind of flying through it now, bro.
My bad. All right, can y'all see it?
Yeah, we can see it now, bro. We can see it now.
Okay, so Detroit versus Indianapolis. I got Detroit winning that game. I think they're going to win by 10 points.
Pause, go. Is Detroit just shellacking teams or what?
Yeah.
Now, bro,
they're going to shellac the Indianapolis Colts.
It's nasty what they're doing, bro.
Straight shellac. Yeah. I'm just trying to breeze through it. Yeah. Miami versus New England. I think this is going to be closer than what people expect. I think past couple games, New England has been playing really well, but I do have Miami winning. I mean, of course, they got Tua Tagovailoa back. I think they got that stud offense, juggernaut offense, and I don't think the New England's going to keep up with their offense, but I think it's going to be close. They have a good enough defense to kind of slow them down, so I think this is going to be a close game. I have them winning by 5 points.
I got Miami 19-10 in that game.
Yeah, the Giants versus Tampa Bay. I think this is going to be a blowout. Tampa Bay is going to blow out the Giants because, of course, they're benching Daniel Jones. Daniel Jones just got benched, and I think Tampa Bay. Yeah, I think they're going to blow him out for some reason. That team is definitely in disarray. Washington versus Dallas. I got Washington winning. I do have Washington winning by 10 points. Dallas, they're just going on a free fall right now at this moment. The Commanders, they have been playing really well, and so far this season, even though they lost to the Eagles, but I think Washington's definitely going to bounce back this game. I think they're going to have something to say about it. But yeah. So far we're up to what the Carolina versus Kansas City.
Yeah, you on the tear, bro. Keep it rolling.
Okay. So far, Carolina versus Kansas City. I'm gonna have Kansas City winning this game. I think they're definitely gonna win by 10 points. I don't think Bryce Young is good enough to stop this Kansas City team. Kansas City's too good of a team, and Kansas City's definitely gonna get it rolling for this game. So yeah, I got Kansas City winning. What about you?
Really? Is that a question?
Is that a real question? Yeah.
Is that a real question?
Yeah, unanimous decision.
Proceed, Governor.
Proceed. Houston versus Tennessee. I mean, this is not really much to say. I think Houston's gonna win by 10 points. There's gonna be a lot of games. Teams are gonna be blowing out teams. Tennessee is not even a great team. Houston's going to win by 10 plus points.
Yeah, they're good. They're good defense, but a porous offense. That offense is horrible.
Offense is just straight garbage.
Yeah, bro.
Denver versus Las Vegas. Denver is favored by 5.5. I think this is going to be a close game than what people expect. Las Vegas, of course, they got a great defense. I think Gardner Minshew, at times, he's kind of streaky. Denver, of course, they're starting to hit their stride so far this season. I'm going to have an over on this one. I'm going to have Denver winning by maybe 6 points, 6 or 7 points, like a 27-21 type of game. So give me Denver to win this game. Next game, we got San Francisco versus Green Bay. Green Bay is favored by 2.5 points. This is going to be one of the marquee matchups for this week. I'm going to have Green Bay winning this game against the 49ers because I just because I want the 49ers to get rid of Kyle Shanahan so we can
Not good enough excuse, though. That's a bad one, bro. Not good excuse. No, sir. No, sir. You got to give me something on the numbers. That was horrible. We are not.
Okay. The reason why I got
that's that from the edit. Edit that from the script here, people.
Okay, I will. Okay. The reason I got Green Bay winning against San Francisco, I mean Green Bay so far their run game has really been great, and San Francisco their run defense have been having some problems, and they're kind of been dinged up so far on their defensive line. So I think Green Bay is definitely going to take advantage of their run defense, and San Francisco, they're coming up off of an upset loss against the Seahawks, and I don't know what it is, but it's just something on that team with the San Francisco is just not making me feel right. And yeah, I'm gonna have Green Bay winning by like maybe 3 or 4 points. I think this will be a close game, maybe a 27-24 type of game. But yeah, I got Green Bay winning.
Green Bay has been skating. They've been skating by.
Yeah, they're going to skate by.
They're 10-10. I think
they're going to skate by the skin on their teeth.
I think that their chickens come home to roost in this game. This is not a team. The 49ers are not a team that you can skate by on. You're not going to get past them and close.
I think they're going to make it hard. They're going to make it hard on Green Bay. They're going to give Green Bay fits. I definitely think
I got them beating the Green Bay Packers. I got them winning that game, bro. And for all the reasons that I just pointed out, Green Bay, their defense is very suspect these days. They're really not that dominant. They're opportunistic in terms of their stops. You know, with McKinney getting the occasional pick, you know, or a gratuitous bounce going their way on a fumble or something like that. Mm-hmm. But other than those opportunistic moments, this is not the type of team that you're going to get a bunch of those moments against, bro. And if you give any of those moments, and Jordan Love all year has been giving up interceptions. If you give any of those moments to the San Francisco,
like Oprah giving away cars,
yeah, they're going to make you pay. They're going
to get an interception. You get an interception.
Right. Yeah, it's just a matter of the 49ers getting completely healthy at this point in time, and righting the ship. And I don't think that Green Bay is really, they're not as staunch as they used to be in terms of the way they play with the same swagger. I'll give them that. They play with the same swagger, but that's about it.
I think Christian McCaffrey, he's back too. He's healthy too, so that's definitely going to play.
He was a beast against them in the playoffs, and I don't see anything changing with that right there. So I got the 49ers in an upset win right there. Give me a 3-point win for the 49ers.
Okay, Seattle and Arizona. Who do you got winning this one?
My heart of hearts wants Seattle to win, because I'm kind of pulling for the 49ers to right the ship over there in that division. But Arizona has been playing well, bro. It's not a team that you can take lightly. They're starting to get on all cylinders, at least from the offensive perspective. Buda Baker is very opportunistic on that defense. But these are division rivals, bro. You can kind of throw records out the window when you see them go head to head, just like you saw last week with San Francisco and Seattle. I was telling the fellas while the game was going on, San Francisco was winning. I told them that, San Francisco and Seattle traditionally split their matchups because they're division rivals. And lo and behold, Geno Smith scores with 12 seconds to go, or 18 seconds, or how much time was left, and ends the hope of the 49ers are pulling that game out. Same thing here, bro. Same thing here. I think Seattle has traditionally dominated this matchup, but so I don't put anything past them to have the ability to beat this team. That being said, Arizona's going to fight. They're going to fight hard, bro. So you kind of throw records out the window. That's why that line is only at 1. If you see that line there, they got Seattle favored by 1. That makes this a pick'em game. It's up in the air, but I'm going to give, because they're at home, I'm going to give Seattle the advantage. I'm going to say they pull it.
I'm going to go the other way. I'm going to pick Arizona. I think Arizona, they've been playing really well, and I think Jonathan Gannon has his team going in the right direction. I think that's definitely going to continue, and they're coming off the bye as well. And so I think they're going to have a good game plan on how to attack Seattle. But I definitely think this is going to be a one-score game. I think there's going to be like a 21-20 type of game in favor of Arizona. I think it's going to be very long possessions, kind of like that Packers and Bears game. They're going to go through all these long drives, and
You
each team is
think
going to
so?
yeah.
I don't know, Coach, because both of these are deep strike, quick strike offenses, bro. They go deep. They go deep. Now, I definitely believe that Arizona has the better run game, the better ground attack. But I don't really see this being a drawn out game, a long ground and pound type of game, bro.
I think that's kind of going to be the game
attacks.
plan. That's how I see it. I don't know why, but I just have it having being a ground and pound type of game.
I mean, think about it. You got DK Metcalf and Tyler and what's my guy?
Jackson Smith and Jigba.
Jackson Smith and Jigba and
Tyler Lockett.
And Tyler Lockett. That's the other guy I'm thinking about. You got those three guys on one side of the field. You got Marvin Harrison Jr. and Kyler Murray on the other side of the field. Bro, I could see this game exploding with numbers, bro. I really could, bro. It's a lot of offense in this game and very suspect defense on both sides.
Yeah, it could be that too. Yeah.
If you're playing fantasy, people, this might be a stackable game here, people. Look at that game real good. Stacking that game might be in your future.
All right, next game we got Philadelphia versus the Los Angeles Rams. Of course, Philadelphia is coming off of a win against the Washington Commanders, and then the Rams, they're coming off of a win too. Philly is favored by 3 points, and this is going to be in Inglewood, California. Who do you got winning this, Chuck?
I mean, it's a dog fight here, bro. I'm not gonna tell you any lie. And on paper, I generally would pick Philly in this matchup, and I see Vegas has the line at 3. But their Rams offense, when they're healthy, they're virtually impossible
deadly.
to stop. That team's impossible to stop, bro. When they got it going, bro. And Matthew Stafford was on fire last week. He's on fire the week before. I don't see a reason why this week he's gonna turn off and not be on fire. So I don't know, bro. I don't know. I'm gonna have to get the Rams this in the upset, bro. I'm gonna have to get a Rams.
Yeah, I got the Rams upsetting too. I got this also as an upset as well. Yeah, man, like when the Rams so far this second half of the season, they've been playing really well, and I think that's definitely going to continue with this game. Of course, they got Puka Nacua back, and they got Cooper Kupp back, and so I think this is definitely going to be in favor of the Rams. And when you got those two guys going, and then Van Jefferson, and then you got Kyron Williams, all those weapons, like who are you going to stop, man? I think this is definitely going to be another high-scoring game between the two teams. This is going to be like a 34-31 type of game, I guess, in favor of the Rams. So I think this is going to be a very high-scoring game.
Definitely a last possession type of game there, bro. Definitely.
It's going to come all the way down to the last possession.
And Saquon Barkley, and I think Kyron Williams may run wild in there.
So if you have either of those guys in your fantasy, please pick them up. It's going to be a high score.
Oh, yeah.
Next game, Baltimore versus the LA Chargers. Baltimore, they're coming up of an upset loss. I keep saying upset. A loss to the Pittsburgh Steelers. And the Chargers, they're coming off of a win against the Cincinnati Bengals. Baltimore is favored by 3 points. This is going to be in SoFi Stadium. This game, I'm going to have Baltimore winning this game. I think they're going to bounce back from that Pittsburgh Steelers game. That was definitely a sour taste in their mouth. And the Chargers, they're riding high so far, against that win against the Cincinnati Bengals. But I don't think the Chargers team is going to be just enough. They're going to slow down. I definitely think they're going to slow down Lamar Jackson and this offense because, of course, you got Jim Harbaugh and his team, and he has his defense playing definitely at a high level this season. But I think John Harbaugh, his brother, he has even a good a winning record against John Harbaugh, his older brother, John Harbaugh. And so I think John Harbaugh, he's going to figure out his younger brother, because he knows how he runs his offense and how he runs his team. So I think John Harbaugh is definitely going to have a good game plan on how to attack this LA Chargers team. And I think the Baltimore Ravens are going to, win off the skin of their teeth, the 23-20 type of game.
Yeah, this is one of those juicy matchups that you want to see. These are perennial. Right now, these are looking like two.
It's going to be a dogfight.
Yeah, these are looking like two powerhouse playoff teams that are lining up to meet each other down the road, possibly somewhere in the playoffs. If you're a betting man or woman, this 50.5, that's too high for this type of game, because Jim Harbaugh is going to slow it down. He wants to get he wants to murky it up. He wants to make it a mud bowl. He wants to slow it down. He doesn't want to give Lamar Jackson a chance to get it going. And he's got a top-notch defense over there, bro. They are playing at a very high level. They are strong. They took some licks. They got some wounds that they're going to be licking after that Cincinnati game, because Joe Burrow and that offense was just dynamite. But I think they get back to doing what they do. So, 50.5, that's too high, too many points for this game. I would take the under on that. But that being said, getting back to this matchup, Kof, I'm going to be on the other side of this, bro. I think Jim Harbaugh is a slightly, ever so slightly better coach than his brother John. And it's the slightest of margins. And I know, before everybody stoned me in the chat, John's won the Super Bowl. Jim hasn't. They met in the Super Bowl matchup, and John beat Jim. Yeah, that's when Ray Lewis and company was in town. Guess what, people? Ray ain't coming out that tunnel no more. But that being said, Baltimore is definitely a formidable foe. They're a powerhouse, and the Chargers are a surprise team. They're showing up, and they're showing out right now. And I think if they can keep it low scoring, which I think this will be, I think it favors the Chargers. I think a matchup like that favors the Chargers. High scoring favors the Baltimore Ravens. So anything under that 50.5 in point total, I'm going to give the advantage to the Chargers. Give me the Chargers 21-17. And are we froze again, Kof? Are we there again? Oh, Lord, people, here we go again. Well, people, this was a great show. I appreciate you guys for tuning in. I'm going to get ready to end it out. We're not going to be able to have a close out like we usually do, because all that's on Coach's end, seeing that he's the mastermind behind the show. There he is. I thought we lost him again for me. I was just about to close the show out.
Yeah, man. Let's close this show out because my internet is acting up right now, man. Any last thoughts before we end the show, man?
Go Bears. Play hard. Look good. Lose. And we'll be
lose to the Minnesota Vikings.
Let's go.
All right, guys, man. Thank y'all for coming, man. And yeah, guys, stay tuned for more videos and later on updates. But yeah, man, we're gonna end this show because my internet is acting up right now. So, all right, guys, man, how we always end it over here. Close up, bear down. All right, guys, peace.
Let's go.
That's why I'm trying to make a better way. Whole new crib in a better place.